Why do I feel the air change before the storm? Why do the people I meet, I feel like I met before? Why do the clouds change when the frequencies suddenly form? Why do people lie in the sad truths that they were once adored? Why do people feel uneasy when told the road ahead is clear? Why to deal without the energies that remove us from fear? Why do the quiet ones hold duality and it never disappears? Why do our closest ones damage the very light they held near? Why do I chase the ghost of what I think I know? Why do I fear the truth from somebody close to me? Why do I wait for stars to line up in a row? Why do people build a cage and call it being free? We do it all by holding on to faith and purpose. We attract the exchanges as a derivative meaning. We rely on predetermined outcomes which hold hidden pain. We do it all by holding on to that inner thought of healing, the one that makes you feel like home again. The one that prays for you when he's kneeling. Why do people feel what a new day unrolls? Why do people underestimate their inner knowing? Why do the ones that sacrifice always feel the loss? Why do people get targeted for being a light that's glowing? Why do I chase the ghost of what I think I know? Why do I fear the truth from somebody close to me? Why do I wait for stars to line up in a row? Why do people build a cage and call it being free? Why do systems retain anomalies when maintaining incoherence? Why do habits minimize decision fatigue driven by your inner voice? Why do we repeat mistakes when it allows for unwanted deterrence? Why do we decide on automation when it removes the burden of choice? Why do I chase the ghost of what I think I know? Why do I fear the truth from somebody close to me? Why do I wait for stars to line up in a row? Why do people build a cage and call it being free?